Hello everyone, welcome back to Gayatri, your Codex Mitra, and also welcome back to our part 8 of our web development journey, that is CSS tutorials. Today we are stepping into one of the most exciting aspects of front end design, that is CSS animations. If you have ever wondered how website created those smooth transitions, bouncing buttons, or eye-catching effects that make everything feels dynamic and interactive, you are in for a treat. We are going to explore how to animate your elements with just CSS. No JavaScript is required. So get ready to make your website truly come alive. So let's get started over here. Now here you can see the introduction to a CSS animation. CSS allows you to animate the transition between styles. Two main types of animation, that is transition and keyframe animations. First, the transition we already completed. Now it's way to see the keyframe animation, automated and more powerful it is. So what is animation in CSS means, it is a way to make the elements on web page move or change the smoothly over a time, like fading in, sliding, or changing the size or color. So let's see one small example. Open the VS Code first. So here you can see I have already created the basic HTML structure over here, and here inside the head section, here you can see I have given the CSS file link, and here is the style.css, our CSS file, and the link of that style file I have given inside the head section of HTML file. Here you can see the relation is equals to style sheet, and h reference is equals to that file name. Here you can see the style.css. In body section I have given one paragraph as a welcome to your Codex Mitra. So here you can see our output. Let's move to the example of animation. Here I will create one div as class name as box. Here I will give as animation. Let's save this file and go to the style.css. Here I will give the style to that div. So select the class box, and here I will define the width as 100 pixel, and let's give the height at same 100 pixel. First here I will give the background color as red. Now let's give the animation to it. First I will use the shorthand properties of animation, or else then I will explain all these terms. Change color, here I will give the 3 seconds and infinite. Now let's add the keyframes. Here we have to give the animation name that we defined here. Here you can see this is the animation name. It is change color, and inside the curly bracket we have to specify from what to what we want changes. So first background color as red, and okay wait, then here is the 2. We have to move to the background color blue. Now let's save these files and let's refresh our browser. So here you can see it is changed its color. As you can see, it is changing from red to blue, blue to red. alternate wise. Here you can see. So now let's see the properties we are given here. So this is our animation name. This is the time that we give to that animation, and infinite means to repeat forever. Whatever is we giving, here you can see it has to change the color from red to blue, blue to red. So this is happening because of the infinite, it continuously happening. And alternate means if we not give the alternate, means it is only red then blue, we give the alternate, so it is moving from red to blue, blue to red, red to blue. This alternate wise means switching back to the previous color. We can give the longhand properties too. So first animation name, and here for now that is change color. And let's next is animation duration, that here I have given as 3 seconds. Next is animation iteration count, and that I have given as infinite. And the next is animation direction, and that I have given as alternate. So now let's remove this and now see the changes. So now here you can see the same, nothing changes happening, the same like previous one, but we uses the longhand properties here. We can use the shorthand properties and reduce our code as well. So let's move to the each of explanation of each property. So first one is animation name. Animation name specifies the name of the @keyframes animation use, must match the name defined in @keyframes. So you might see the @keyframes means what. So this is a CSS rules used to define the step or stages of animation. It tells the browser how an element should change during the animation, like moving, changing color, rotation, fading, etc. So here you can see in our previous example I have used here @keyframes and followed by the animation name. So it tells that what we want to change after animation starts. Here you can see I have given the animation name, then it has to happen, means it has to change its background color. Okay, then next is the animation duration. Sets how long the animation takes to complete one cycle. Values we can give in seconds or in milliseconds. For example, animation duration is 2 years means 2 seconds. Next is animation timing function. Animation timing function controls the speed curves of animation. We can give the values like linear, ease in, ease out, ease in out, step, and cubic Bezier. This all I have covered in the transition of in CSS as well, because the same line we can give in a transition timing function. So let's once again I will revise in the animation timing functions as well. So let's learn one by one. So first one is linear, means same speed from start to end. So let's move to the directly example. Here I have already created one div and given the class name as a box, and after that here I will change this. I will give the animation name as a slide, and next the animation duration. Here I will give as 2 seconds. Next one is animation timing function, that I have using the linear. And next here we have to change the animation name, that is slide. And from here I use the transform, translated 0 and with the semicolon, and 2, transform translate 200 pixel. Let's save this and go to the browser. So here you can see that our box of size, width and height 100 pixel 100 pixel, that is moving, means sliding 200 pixels. Here you can see as I refresh, it is sliding. So now let's create another div, or else here I will change that. Next is ease. So let's start here, give the animation timing function as ease, and this is start slow, speed up, and then slow down. Let's save and refresh. Here you can see it is only start slow and end slow. In between it is speed up. Here you can see. Now next is ease in. So here I will give the ease in. Ease in, it's a start slow and then speed up. Here you can see in deep, that is starting it is slow, but after that it is speed ups. So now let's give the ease out. Ease out, it is started fast and slow downs. Here you can see. Now let's move to the next, that is ease in out. Now save this. So ease in out, it starts at the starting and ending it is slow, but in between speed ups, it is speed ups in middle. So let's see. Here you can see it is slow and fast, again slow. So next is a step n, means it breaks the animation into n distinct step, and instead of transitioning smoothly, it is useful when you want to frame by frame effects, like a sprite animation or ticking timer. So let's see the example. Here I will change the animation timing function as step. Here I will give the step 5. Here I will give left as 0. And the left as 300 pixel. Here we have to use steps. So now let's save this and refresh the browser. Here I will give the position as relative. So now here you can see, as I refresh, it is taking 5 steps to complete one cycle. Here you can see, here I have given the step 5. So next one is the cubic Bezier. So it takes the 4 parameters. Here you can see the x1, y1, x2, y2. So cubic Bezier is a custom timing function in CSS that lets you fully control the acceleration and deceleration of an animation more precisely than is linear or steps. It is used for numerical values to define a curve that controls how an animation progresses over time. So let's go to the example directly. So here I will remove this timing function, and here I will use the Bezier curve, cubic Bezier. So the x1, y1, x1 and x2 uses the values from 0 to 1, and the y values can be anything. So let's here I will give the x1 value as 0.68, and the y1 value I will give in minus as minus 0.55, and comma 0.27 as x2 value, and y2 I will give as 1.55. So let's save this, and the same whatever is the our animation name duration I will take. Now let's save this and refresh the browser. So as I have given the minus sign in the y value, here you can see it is the minus 0.55 to the y1 value. So it is goes back and then come forward. Here you can see. So this is how the cubic Bezier works. Now next we move to the animation delay. It gives the delay of the starts of the animation. Here you can see the syntax of animation delay that we can give in seconds. The animation will be start after 1 second. So let's move to the same example, but here I will use the property that is animation delay, and that I will give as 6 seconds, so that will be visible to all. So now let's save and refresh. Here you can see I have refreshed, but it is taking some time to move. Here you can see it is taking 6 seconds to move. Let's reduce this time, as here I will give the 3 seconds. Now save and refresh it. So here you can see I have refreshed. It takes 3 seconds delay, then animation starts. This is how the animation delay works. The animation iteration count. So basically this specifies how many times the animation should repeat. We can give the values to it at like a numerical values, for example 1, 2, 3, and if you want to continuously happen this animation, that we can give the infinite. Here you can see infinite for looping forever. So the animation iteration count property in CSS specifies the number of times an animation should repeat. So let's see the one small example. Inside the HTML file, here I will create the box, means the div, and give the class as box. Inside that I will give the text as box. Next, then select the box, and here I will give the animation. First I will give the height and width. Width I will give as 100 pixel, and height is 100 pixel. Next, the background color, here I will give the red, or I will give the green, and after that here I will give the animation name. Animation name I will give as bounce. Next one is animation duration, that I will give as 3 seconds. Next one is animation iteration count. Here I will give it as infinite, and after that I will use the _keyframes rules. and here we have to use the animation name, as here I have given the bounce. And inside that, here I will use the I am not using the from and to. Here I will use the percentage wise. So here at 0% and at 100%, it has to transform. Here I will give the translate on y coordinate, and in that I will give the value as 0 and with the semicolon, and at 50% means the middle. Here I will give the transform, and here I will give as translate on y coordinate, and inside that I will give the value as 50 pixel. Now let's give the semicolon to it. So here you can see our output. That box we have given, that is coming down to its original place and going up to its original place. Here you can see the original place is here and down it is here, but it is going below that and upside that, because we have given the on y coordinate. Here you can see, and it is minus 50, so it is coming down, and at the starting, starting and ending, it is going to 0, and that is continuously happening because I have given the animation iteration count as infinite. Here you can see. Now let's give the numerical values here. Here I will give the value as 3. Let's save it and refresh the browser. So after the three completion, means a 3 complete up and down, up and down, and up and down, it is coming back to its original place. Okay, I will once more one more time I will refresh this. You can see. So as you can see, it is going up down 3 times, because I have given the iteration count as 3. So let's move to the next topic, that is animation direction. So animation direction defines whether the animation runs forward, backward, or alternates. Means the animation direction property in CSS defines whether the animation should play in which direction. The values we can give as the normal, reverse, alternate, alternate, reverse. So let's see one small example on this. Here I will change this, and it I will give as from 0, in between 50, and next is at 100%, and here I will change its background color. First I will give as red, next I will give background color as yellow, and next background color I will give as, here I will give the blue color. So let's save this, and here I will give the animation direction, and that I will give as normal. So here you can see, when I refresh the browser, it is 3 times changing its color. 3 colors are changing in the cycle of 3 cycles. Here you can see, and stops at the green, because here you can see I have given the first background color as green, and it is at 0%, it is changing it's to red, then 50, then 100, and you can see first it is red, then yellow, then blue. It is going in forward direction. when I give the direction as normal, then it is by default, it is animation plays a forward from 0% to 100%. So now I will change here the value as here I will give the reverse. Let's save this and refresh our browser. Now here you can see first which color is displayed. Blue color is displayed, then yellow, then red, and then stop at green color. Now once again I will refresh. You can see that first it is started at as color as blue color. Here you can see blue, then yellow, then red. So it is the animation plays in backward direction from 100, then 50, then 0. Now let's give the another value to it. I will give as alternate. Now let's save this. In alternate, the first you will see, then the alternate animation means the animation alternate direction to each cycle. Means here you can see first I will refresh this. You can see that it is going forward, then it is coming backward. Means first it is displayed red, yellow, blue, then again it display reverse in direction. Means blue, yellow, red. Here you can see red, yellow, blue, then yellow, red in alternate direction, forward, coming back, forward, coming back. And after three cycle it is display green color. So now let's give the another property, that is alternate reverse. Let's save this and refresh the browser. So alternate reverse means alternate direction each cycle, backward first, then forward. Here you can see first it will display the blue color, yellow, then red, then yellow, blue. This is how it works, and after 3 cycles it is come back to the green color. This is how the direction works, animation direction works. Now let's see the animation shorthand. Here you can see combines all the animation properties in one line. Here you can see, for example, the animation colon, the example, it is the animation name, animation 3 seconds is the animation duration, and animation timing function is in, animation delay is of 1 second, and animation iteration count, that we can give in numbers, or if you want continuous loop then we have to give the infinite. This is the animation iteration count, and alternate, this is the direction. If you want you can note it down. So that's all of our animation video. So thanks for watching. I hope this helped you understand CSS animation better way. If you enjoy the video, make sure like and comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more web development tutorials. Keep practicing, keep coding, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.